Hello, welcome to Greenland.
All right, welcome to Nuuk, Greenland. This now is Nuuk, but it was once known as Guttorp. As the process of decolonization began here in Nuuk, so did the changing of place names back to their former Inuit traditional names. You might also be surprised to learn that Greenland is actually not even called Greenland. In the local Inuit dialect, it's called Kalalit Nunat. And right over here, this is called the Inukshuk. Inukshuks are usually stacked rocks in the figure of a person, and this one isn't. So it's kind of a unique take on an Inukshuk. It's not just stacked rocks that resemble a person, but it looks like it has kind of arms, a head. I kind of understand why they would call it an Inukshuk, but it is a bit unorthodox. For today, I'm going to head downtown, which is about a block ahead of me in this direction. And I'm going to check out some of the places that were recommended to me. My Airbnb host had said that if I go to the cultural center, I'll have the best latte in the city, so that'll be my first stop. And then I'm gonna go try to track down the Greenlandic Parliament building. I'm just gonna wing it today, but I am glad to be here in Nuuk, and I can't wait to explore the capital of Greenland with you. So let's go down the street here. And you can just feel it in the air, this bustling, cosmopolitan energy. It definitely reminds me a little bit of a Iqaluit, but again, a lot larger. 18,000 people live here in Nuuk compared to about 8,000 in Iqaluit. So this is the Katuaq, or the Cultural Center, here in the heart of downtown Nuuk. This is also home to the city's finest cafe, Cafetuaq. But yeah, pretty impressive cultural center here, right in the heart of downtown Nuuk. All right, heading inside. Beautiful space. Wow. Pretty gorgeous interior. So you can see what they're all about here. Cafe with Greenlandic food, exhibition with local artists, sale of postcards and books, and architecture. They have some almost like Dutch slippers, but Greenlandic style here. 100 per pair, so like 20 bucks a piece. So pretty unique souvenirs, and they're actually not that expensive. And yeah, it's a very beautiful space. And they seem to make a really mean latte, so pretty beautiful. Good way to warm up on a cold day, that's for sure. So this was 43 kroner. The terrain here is definitely reminiscent of Iqaluit, so it makes sense because we are pretty much lined up with Iqaluit. Rocky outcrops pretty much everywhere. There are tons of beautiful stone sculptures around Nuuk. This is the stone seals statue. The Inuit are some of the finest stone carvers on earth. That's amazing that that's carved from a single stone. Wow. So as you can see, Nuuk actually has its own shopping center. This is the Nuuk Center Shopping Mall, which is incredible for anywhere in the Arctic to have something on the scale of this in terms of economic development. But yeah, full-fledged mall. I'm gonna head inside and check it out. All right, it looks like this mall opened in 2012, so they're celebrating their 10th year open, but pretty glamorous for the Arctic. So this place is definitely a way to save money in Nuuk. Their prices are really reasonable. So you can see for 35 kroner, which is just about $6.50 Canadian, maybe $5 US, you can get any of the above here. So looks like chicken fingers and fries. There's pizza, kebab. Really inexpensive food here. Wow. I already took out myself a piece of pizza here at the Cafe Mamaq, and that is huge. Massive piece of pizza. Like, that's my hand. So you get the idea. This is like a quarter of a pizza for $6.50 to $7 Canadian. So pretty inexpensive for what it is. Huge. All right, directly across the street from the Nuuk Center Mall is the Inatsisartut, or the Parliament of Greenland. Now, I know you might be thinking the same thing I am. It's not very posh. I mean, there's paint peeling from the wood, but this is the seat of Greenland's government right here. So it does have a pretty impressive sculpture right here out front. So it's called Inatsisartut. Very cool. Looks like a Inuk figure right here, kind of wrestling with a polar bear type creature, which doesn't have the head of a polar bear, but looks like one for sure. Bizarre, but so beautiful. Very cool. As you can see, very short days this time of year in late October, so I only have about 30 minutes left. Further down the road here, we got a few galleries, some sort of outdoor clothing store, another high-rise tower there. I think it's a bank. And over here, Polar Seafood. So pretty unique shops here. You can just see how developed this place is. Massive banking tower, but definitely a very, very bustling capital with a lot of money being poured into this place. So I'm on the parallel street now. This is one of the city's finest hotels, the Hotel Hans E. Gad, I believe it's pronounced. I might have butchered that, but it is what it is. Another major grocery store here on the left. Lots of businesses here. So much so that I am actually shocked. I had no idea that it would be this developed. As you can see here, there's three cranes actually, building some sort of new building. I mean, it is everywhere. Every street you see cranes here, putting new buildings up. You can see right across the way here, an Inuit image on the side of that building. Very cool. There is a lot of notable urban art here in Nuuk. It's really commendable. Alright, I ordered a lager here at the Daddy's Brew Pub. This is from Katuaq Brew House. Alright, that was a pretty decent beer. It was called the Katuaq, I believe. I'm gonna head into the grocery store here to pick up a few supplies. So this is a legit grocery store. Huge. And the prices are not high at all. They're exactly the same as Copenhagen. Maybe 10% higher, but not much. It is actually pretty unbelievable. Like even these Nespresso pods for Starbucks, I paid the same price in Canada, exactly the same. So we're talking about the middle of nowhere in Greenland. So this place is really unique. They have lots of Greenlandic foods on offer here. So you can see this is reindeer meat, and it runs about just under $10 Canadian, about $9.75 for this much jerky. Inuit would call this a mipku or nipku. And they have some other game meats here. They have muskox pate, reindeer pate. They also have these reindeer roasts. But yeah, this is about $13. So you get the idea. And this is a huge fillet of reindeer, which is going for about, $70. Nice to see them supporting their local Greenlandic cuisine. So here they have matuk, which is whale meat. So this is all whale. You might recognize that from my Nunavut series. Huge piece of whale meat. And that goes for about, not too expensive, $17. So this is actual whale meat here. You can see they made it into like goulash. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is a seal by the looks of it. All these different country foods. It's really cool to see them here in the grocery store, and they're not expensive at all. Like $10 for that whole package of meat right there. So you can see they have a variety of different types of maktak. It's not one singular whale like beluga, which is common in Arviat or in Nunavut in general. This is narwhal. So you can see the different patterns of skin. Really interesting. And if you come to Greenland, the cheapest way to get beer is the grocery store, of course. So you can pick up kayak beer here, kayak brewery out of Katuaq, and it's only 19 krone per bottle. So we're looking at about $4, just under $4 Canadian, $3 US or so. All right, I am back down here at the Katuaq Cultural Center, beautiful building in downtown Nuuk, and I am trying out the muskox and reindeer wild hot dog, I guess they call it. And this was 138 Danish crowns, so about, let's say, $27 Canadian or so. The hot dog is adorned with pickled onions, pickles, fried onions, served with French fries, and a few accompaniments here, some dips. So it should be good. This is their number one dish here at the Katuaq. I'm going to dig in and see how this thing is. Gonna go get myself a fancy drink here at Pascucci. Alright, getting myself a flat white here at Pascucci. And I got myself a strawberry frap for dessert. This is basically a strawberry frappuccino. It's really good, but this was 57 kroner, so that's like $10.25 Canadian. That's absolutely obscene, but it's pretty good.